So I got involved with Seekers because my daughter actually was a Head Start child. The FSC at Bratton had a goals meeting with me, and she just said, oh, I think this would be a really great fit for you. And I hadn't even heard of it. It was a brand new thing. So she kind of told me about it, and I thought it sounded like fun.
Oftentimes we get moms that haven't been working for a few years, many years, maybe never. Maybe they had a child at 18, 19 years old and they've been a stay-at-home mom and that's all they know.
And I actually hadn't been working for 13 years prior to being employed at Head Start. I'd been a stay-at-home mom.
If a person is interested in being a seeker, that they actually go through an interview process. We talk to them about how they dress, how they speak, so that they can have a successful interview. Mary Margaret, who is the program coordinator, really addresses potential barriers and what kind of supports that an individual might need to be successful. And so as the individuals really voice their concerns and their strengths, we're able to individualize in terms of how we work with them. When somebody is able to obtain a position in Head Start, some of the things that they love that paycheck, but some of the things that are most appreciated really have to do with health benefits, employees assistance program, and as well as the support of staff people when there's support they might need.
So during the 2-year program, I did 100 volunteer hours in the classroom, and every Wednesday we had a 2-hour training where it was like a classroom setting, and we learned about different aspects of the job, such as like story time, music and movement, how you set up a classroom, how you get kids on and off the bus, how you transition, everything that there is to learn about being in the classroom.
They go through a lot of the same training as new staff. As far as what we're doing ourselves, I hope that we're just modeling what a successful classroom looks like, and so I think that's where a lot of it is coming from. We always ask them how active of a role they would like to have, and then provide them any information that we can to help them feel more successful.
A mentor teacher meets with his or her seeker, if you will, with their teacher, and really shares their expectation. They'll be looking at the daily lesson plan so that the seeker, just like as if it was a substitute teacher, really knows what's going on in the classroom and is able to respond appropriately.
What I learned from my Seekers mentor was pretty much everything she would want a sub or a teacher to know who comes into her classroom. So she taught me all about meal times and how much food you're supposed to serve, what food the kids are supposed to serve. During choice time, there's a certain dynamic you want to have in the classroom, such as you want one teacher on the carpet and one teacher at a table, and so that everyone can oversee the entire classroom together as a team.
So the transformation of when a seeker starts on their first day to when they leave is pretty remarkable. They come in usually pretty nervous, unsure, not really sure what to expect.
The first day that I walked into a classroom as a seeker, I was extremely intimidated.
I was super nervous and anxious. I felt like I didn't know what they wanted me to do or what was going to be expected out of me. I have volunteered in my own children's classes for their teachers, so at first I think I kind of felt like that parent volunteer. But I just told the teachers, I said, whatever you want me to do, let me know and I will do it.
By the time they leave, I would easily feel comfortable not being there and letting them just be me for the day. So just the confidence they gain, I think, a lot of confidence and just get more comfortable in their interactions with children and parents, and it starts to feel more natural. It's much like a first-year teacher. The first couple days of school or even months of school is really nerve-wracking, but then by the end, I'm like, okay, I got this.
Now when I walk into a classroom on the first day of the year, it's a little bit intimidating, but I have so many more tools to use to get through those feelings.
I would say the main difference between being a seeker and being an employee of Head Start is that feeling of responsibility for the children.
So moments where you kind of just can it happened, they've got it, they're gonna be great. An example, one of the seekers I have now, the kids were getting really wacky and wild during a transition, and without anyone even saying anything, she just was like, hey guys, and got them going in a song, and then it turned into a game. She did all of it on her own. There was no support from anyone in the classroom, and it was just this beautiful moment of oh, there you go, next teacher right there.
I feel like the Seekers program was a huge blessing to me, because there's no way that I would have had the knowledge that I needed to go into a classroom every day and to be able to do my job effectively and efficiently.
I was fortunate to work with an amazing head teacher my first year with Head Start. She was awesome, and we worked really well together. I felt like we had a great first year, and it was a lot of fun too. So the trainings I got while being a seeker definitely made me feel more confident in my skills. I've met other employees who were newly hired teachers, had no experience whatsoever, and did not go through the Seekers program, did not have the same trainings as me. One person specifically that I worked with that first year, she would come to me regularly and ask me for help with things. Even though we were both new, I had a lot more experience in trainings because of the Seekers program.
We feel proud, but also it's just a testament to how wonderful the program is. That the training that they're getting outside of the classroom and then coming in and bringing that into the classroom, and in combination with the team of teachers that they get to work with, they go from this nervous, timid, not really sure that this is going to work, to ready to be hired on and be the next wonderful Head Start teacher.
My whole world has changed since I went through the Seekers program. I am able to deal with my kids on a whole different level because I have a whole different set of skills now, and I learn things every day at work that I can take home and apply to my own children. And it's really cool because I can see things in my house that used to be chaos, and they are now organized and functional. I think one of the things that has been really touching to me and my family is this isn't just a job. It's more of a career, and it's a career that I can contribute to my household, and it feels so good to me to be able to take my paychecks every month and pay our mortgage.
I've worked with Head Start for 40 years, and the thing that never goes away is that each individual has the opportunity to take from the program whatever they can. Going through an education program like Seekers makes you a better parent. It gives you strategies to be a better parent, have a more relaxing home life. That in itself is a gift. I always am so proud of seeing individuals going to the place that they can go, rising to the occasion, spreading their wings. Sometimes, they may not end up being with Head Start as a professional position, but I know they'll be better parents, and they'll have higher self-esteem and really better citizens.